Maybe that's why the guy had to lose the costume, because she is creeped out by this ET costume, and then the penis, which was 2 of them. So right there, that was kind of shocking for her.
I was gonna say, what was the one where they were talking out of character and then the one fell off the bed?
Oh, that was bad.
That's right.
Ass, some ass. I'm gonna give me some good ass. Yeah.
What was the worst mainstream movie you've seen recently?
Last House on the Left.
Recently, last year I said the worst movie I saw last year was Transformers 3. This year, The Devil Inside is awful. That's more of a question for these two. I send them to worse movies than I have to go see. What was
That's because you're an asshole.
I've officially become Mr. Burns in that episode of The Simpsons where he pays Homer to go do terrible things. You guys have seen this.
Oh god, yeah. Just do like an impersonation of Mr. Burns right now. Just say, release the hounds. Release the hounds.
What's the creepiest fan letter you ever got?
A letter? Not so much a letter.
You got a bag of...
I got a box of manure.
No else for me.
You son of a bitch.
50 pounds. This thing was huge.
Yeah.
You got a good view. No, I brought it inside because the
What'd you
guy...
do that for? It was full of manure.
No, it was for in the middle of production and it was raining and I'm thinking it was props for the movie. I'm like,
It was. Why'd you throw it away?
Noah helped. Spoonie helped throw it away. And I bring it in and I've been having math problems. I was like, son of a bitch, and I open it up. I was like, fucking
It was awesome. I got a book. Well, I got a book one time that was called. The title of the book was 100 Photos of Vaginas. So the manure thing, the box of manure. This was when Noah was in town. This is when Spoonie was in town for his scenes in the Snob movie. So he and I had to carry this box of crap, like, out to the dumpster behind our really trashy neighbor's house. So this like, Cletus Simpson's character sticks his head out the window like, hey, I told you, Fred, you don't put that stuff in the dumpster. And I'm like, you want it, dude? It's yours. He's like, I'm gonna tell on you. It's like, fine, don't play in our freaking yard. Go back inside. So like, and it was just bizarre. I'm like standing there with Spoonie, like talking to this like toothless neighbor of mine, throwing manure in his dumpster.
Grade A Brad Trice maneuver right
He did, right?
You guys ever get banned from a movie theater?
No.
Not yet. We haven't seen Madagascar 3 yet.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid 3, Dog Days.
Or the new Thanks for looking forward to that, guys.
What?
Yeah, now he's going to purposefully try to
I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get banned.
Did you hear what's opening opposite Madagascar? Prometheus.
Oh, fucking course it is.
It's this year's Rebels News. Oh yeah.
It sounds good on paper, but when you actually see it, it's like, they're thinking.
Have you ever gotten a lawsuit?
Have I ever gotten a lawsuit? No, the closest thing I ever came to that was when I did Grizzly 2. I did Grizzly 2, and I got an email several months later. I get an email from the producer of Grizzly 2, and that's what the subject heading said from the producer of Grizzly 2, and I'm really? So I open it up, and at first I'm thinking like, is this real? And then I look her up, and it was real. She's like this Hungarian art dealer or something like that. Like I think she lives in New York or something. So it was a very nasty email. Like she was pissed. She was really pissed, and so I wrote back and said like, it's just a riff. Like I'm just kind of ripping through this thing. Like it wasn't meant to be anything like really serious. So that was a weird like group because she threatened legal action, and that was a weird gray area because we are generally speaking protected by that. But in this particular case, that's a movie that was unfinished and it was never released. It only exists on bootlegs, so the only ways to see it are not necessarily by legal measures. So that was an odd thing. So I got that nasty email, and then a few days later, I got a voicemail from her. So she found my phone number. I got a voicemail from her. The voicemail was really nice, which meant that someone probably said like maybe don't curse at him or something like that. So I got this thing, and I was advised to just go ahead and take it down. So I did, which was no big deal because really I had already made what I was going to make for that, so it wasn't like I was really losing anything. So I took it down and I leaked it on YouTube. I leaked it on YouTube and I replaced the video on my site with her email, with the message, with the really nasty message that she sent me. And then it was like, recently I got a friend request from her on LinkedIn, which is weird. For one, I didn't know I had a LinkedIn account, and two, I got a friend request from her, so I'm like, all right, so I accepted it. Maybe we're friends now, I don't know.
Are there any other critically acclaimed horror films that you just aren't fond of? And if there are some like that, will we expect more reviews from you, like in the style of your last one, Last House on the Left?
Last House on the Left. The thing with Last House on the Left, which made it easy to do, is the fact
Bipolar.
Yeah, is that it's so schizo, is that there's so much in that to make fun of. With the bumbling cops, with the camera mugging, with baking the cake, and it's just all over the place. It's one of those rare instances where I actually think the remake's a better movie. Because at the least it's totally consistent. In terms of, there's maybe, like, I was never a big fan of, what's that, Don't Look Now with Donald Sutherland. I was never a huge fan of that. I just find it insufferably boring. But I would probably not do that because there's really not that much to make fun of in it. It's just kind of boring. Whereas Last House on the Left,
you did Night of Horror.
But Night of Horror, I didn't know it was going to be like that going into it. Yeah, Night of Horror was really boring. But I didn't really know that going into it.
Okay.
Because it was my first time watching it as I was doing it. But I did what I could.
Yeah.
I tried.
You made something out of nothing.
Yeah.
You punished yourself. You might as well write your review.
For
Like
for
when you
Night
watch
of
something
Horror.
that's really bad, it's like,
Oh yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, I was gotta try to get something out of this.
What was your favorite bread fries?
Nazi Cola.
Crystal Pepsi. You know what? Nazi Cola, because that was really good, because I was like, holy crap, Crystal Pepsi is back under an incredibly unfortunate name, but it's back. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. But it's freaking back. So yeah, so that was really cool. That was very special for me. And then I got like a message from the company that puts it out that gave me like a bunch of free gift certificates, because they were like, holy crap, like the sales for this went through the roof. Within a day, the sales from it just spiked and just like went through the roof. So they sent me like this gift certificate, so I just used it to buy more. I just used it to buy more Nazi Cola, and it was great. I need to get some more of that. I ran out.
Yes. Seems Doug is in the room here. I thought I'd ask, will you ever do another Leprechaun crossover? That was easy.
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
They're making a new one.
Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun in Space.
Do it!
Come on, they're really good.
Do it! If you're game, I'm game.
I'm game. I'm totally game.
They're having their people in it.
Rick Davis, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in Rick Davis.
What was the worst thing you tried, Brad?
Oh, the Brussels sprout soda.
Green bean frozen thing?
Oh, over that? Well, that I just took a bite of, and I just don't like green beans, so it's kind of like, I can spit it out. But the Brussels sprout soda was so gross. It tasted like warm, carbonated, melted butter. That was pretty bad. But that was the closest I ever came to throwing up. And you almost got sick eating the anchovy pizza for the Snob movie. And then his line afterwards is, "This pizza's pretty good."
Acting.
It's funny, we're doing that scene for the Snob movie, and I like anchovy pizza, so I was fine with it. He takes a bite out of it, runs outside, and Noah's sitting there, and Noah had never had it before, but he was sitting there, and Jake's outside hurling. And Noah's sitting there next to me, he just looks over at me, he's like, "Not that bad." I saw you do that twice. I saw you do that with the anchovies. I saw you do that with cream cheese.
Cream cheese. I can't handle cream cheese.
What about cream cheese soda?
Yeah.
Maybe that's your problem.
That's what I need. I need cream cheese carbonated, cold,
It won't be as thick. This is my problem with it all along.
I remember when you reviewed The Black Six, you said there was another movie with it. Are you ever going to review that?
The Black Gestapo, probably not. Diamanda Hagen's already done that, which I have done stuff before that she's already done, but it was just like a few episodes of hers that I just hadn't seen, so it was just coincidence. Like she had also done Terror of Tiny Town and Child Bride.
No.
That was a fun little movie. Sorry.
Just got that.
Terror, Child Bride, she'd done that one before, so I probably wouldn't do Black Gestapo. There's plenty of other movies like that I'll probably do in the future, like Disco Godfather or something.
That just sounds awesome.
It is. It's Rudy Ray Moore fighting angel dust dealers. There's a part where they're snorting angel dust off the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
We're winning.
Yeah. When we were on that subject about soda, have you ever tried the turkey and gravy flavored soda made by Jones, I think it's called?
Yeah, Jones soda. Yeah, that was the Thanksgiving pack. Turkey and gravy soda. You know, I mean, it tasted like turkey and gravy. I'll give it that. It's one of those things like when you put it in liquid carbonated form. It's just weird. So yeah, maybe you wouldn't like the cream cheese carbonated.
I know. Fucking
Oh, ham soda, hell yes.
Jake, would you rather cut off and eat your own foot or watch Smurfs once a week for the rest of your life?
That's a no-brainer. I would self-mutilate. I would do anything other than watch that godforsaken piece of shit movie.
What inspired Brad Tries and Flaming Brian's Kitchen?
The Brad Tries was just, it just started out because I wanted to put up a vlog because I was behind on work, and I do like at least trying very gimmicky sodas. So like Mountain Dew Whiteout had just come out, so I was like, okay, I'll just do a quick video on this. And I didn't think anything would really come of it, but it got a really strong reaction. So I was like, maybe there's something to this, me just sitting there drinking something. So it worked out, you know, people tended to like it, to like seeing the videos, and you know, the series works as when I need a filler video. And Flaming Brian's Kitchen comes from, I wanted like sort of a spin-off of that would be shorter, than an episode of Brad Tries, but different, shot kind of differently, presented a little differently, and basing his reactions off of how hot it is, how hot the sauce is. And Brian, he's a big hot sauce guy, to the point to where sometimes what is really hot to somebody else isn't to him. So I'm filming it and he doesn't have much of a reaction, and I'm like, well, crap.